Hello, hi, good day. Welcome to my channel. My name is Annie. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So I am starting my car, as you can see. I am in the small town of Amesbury today. It is coming up to around 9:20 now. And guys, today the weather is your typical British weather. No disappointment here. It's nippy, it's cloudy, it's foggy. But anyway, here I am, sat in my car, about to go into B&M store. So I thought I'd take you in with me, just to have a quick walk through. And yeah, looking out for a few bits that I'm still looking for. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be lucky this time. Therefore, let's go in and see what we can find in B&M. Hey guys, I have made it back home and I've picked up few bits from B&M this morning and I thought I'd go through my receipt with you. So the first thing on my list is a lamp shade. So I decided to go with this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in this natural color. I might do a DIY with this one and maybe paint it white or gold, but yeah, stay tuned for that. Next on my list, I've got a dispenser ribbed bottle. Now this one is aesthetically really nice. It is plastic with a white pump. Okay, it is £3.50. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I said how much this was. This came down to £10. All right, going back to this pump bottle, yeah, this one is £3.50. I am going to put my fairy washing up liquid into this and just leave it by the sink in the kitchen. I have a very small one at this moment, but I'm constantly trying to fill it up. So no, I don't want that anymore. So a bigger bottle I feel will last longer. So yeah, this came down to £3.50. Next, I found this little beauty. It's a ceramic acorn. I know it's not autumn yet, but I am an autumn girl. I love autumn. It is my favorite season. So when I saw this, yeah, I snatched it. It was previously at £4 and it is now reduced for £2 and there was loads of them. I'm just thinking maybe I should have picked up two, but maybe next time. And then next down on my list, I've got some chewing gum. So one for myself, one for husband. We leave these in the cars. Yeah, or in my handbag. Then I've got some lighters. I do love candles. I light them every morning when I do my meditation, or even when I'm sat here in the lounge chilling out in the evening. I've got these two lighters. So it's a pack of two, a slim light, and they are refillable. So yeah, very sleek and very modern looking. There's a silver and a white one. Sorry, a silver and a black one rather. And they came down to £3, so £1.50 each. It's all right. Next on my list, I've got some Fox's Fabulous biscuits. These are mostly for my husband. He likes those. I might have one or two, but he likes those more than I do. So I've picked up the chocolate cookies and the triple chocolate cookies. I believe these are packs of 6 or 8, something like that. And they came down to £1.25 each. Last but not least on my list, I've got these packs of noodles, soup, quick and easy, you know, meals in the evening or over the weekend. I prefer the chicken flavor as well as the spicy ones, but they didn't have the spicy one today. But anyway, that's okay, maybe next time. So yeah, that's all I've got today. I hope you guys have enjoyed walking through B&M with me. There was a lot, obviously, as usual, and I couldn't find a nice flower pot that I was looking for. There was a couple of rugs, carpet, but again, I wasn't too sure. Therefore, yeah, those were the only bits I picked up today. So guys, thank you so much. I'm going to have some lunch now. It is coming up to 12:15. I need a drink and sit down for a bit. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Until next time. Bye.